Kia ora everyone, I hope you're all doing well. Once again, this is our second unboxing this week because we've now got the PlayStation 5 as well. So once again, this is just going to be a very quick unboxing, nothing fancy. I've just got to, I got to go to work and that's kind of annoying because I want to play games, but let's just unbox this and get this started. Now I don't know how much I can do one-handed with this. It's a lot bigger than the Xbox box. I also got, so that's the PlayStation 5 box, I got an extra controller, I got the media remote, and I also got Demon's Souls and Spider-Man as disc versions. So yeah, physical copies. I also got the camera and the, what's the other thing called? The dual charger, but they're coming later. There was a bit of shipping issues with those. So let's get into it. Let's look at them first. Let's just give myself a bit more room. All right, so let's get into it. So this is the PlayStation 5 box. It's very big, as you can see. Just on the side, so on the front you had the PlayStation like before. On the back you've got Play Like Never Before. You got 825 gigabyte SSD. You're only going to get about 600 and something of usable space because the iOS and everything takes up about that other storage. Lightning speed, braking, immersion, and stunning games. And then what do we got on the side? We got the PlayStation 5 and the controller, the new DualSense controller. On the front, you've got the other stuff, 8K, 4K 120 HDR. Obviously, that's just because it's capable of that, because of the new HDMI 2.1. And then on the bottom, there's not much on the bottom there. So let's try and do this one-handed. See how much we can do. Get this tab open. All right, now from like I said before, if you're someone who's watched all the other unboxings, like I have, okay, that is our accessory stuff. So let's just pull that out of there. All right, and let's get to the fun part first. The PlayStation. I'm gonna pull it out. I'm gonna put the camera down and pull it out. All right, so I've got it out. Got these little things, so it's not as fancy of an unboxing as the Xbox Series X was. You just got these plain little cardboard holders, and then you've got this sort of, bubble wrap paper. Very thin bubble wrap sort of paper that most things come in these days. And there it is. There's the PlayStation 5. It's a lot bigger, and thankfully it's got a thin side, so it's easy to pick up. And wow, very, very cool. So that's, I'm just gonna get rid of this. There we go, got rid of the paper, so we can have a better look at it, and without all the rattling and scratching and stuff. So nothing, doesn't look like there's any plastic to peel off it. But there we go, that's one side of it. And that's going to be the front. I did get the full version with the disc drive because I do like some physical games sometimes. I know eventually it will be all digital, but that's the sort of thing. And then on the back, power cable, HDMI, Ethernet, and 2 USB Type A's. Super speed, I believe. So they're like 10 gigabit USBs, and then you got another one on the front, and then you got a USB-C. I think it's the same speed. All right, so that's the controller. Now, I wonder if this camera can actually pick it up. So there's like these little indentations on here. Man, no, I don't think this camera's gonna be able to pick it up. And there are actually a lot of X's, circles, squares, and triangles. So let's just pop you down there for now, and let's look at all of the stuff that comes in the box. So we also got the power cable. Let's hopefully I'm doing proper camera work. We've got the new DualSense controller. So this is the new controller. Get out of here. There it is. Very, very cool. It's got these weird, like that weird bit there has always looked odd to me. I guess it kind of looks like the top of the console, like that. But yep, that's what it looks like. All these adaptive triggers and stuff that everyone's talking about. Very cool. Got the touchpad. Oh, that feels very, very smooth. A lot smoother than my PlayStation 4 controls. That could just be because my PS4 controls are a little worn out. We've got information, and what else is in here? And then looks like the stand. So this is the stand that you need to use with it because the PlayStation 5 is such an odd shape. In order for it to stand up properly, they recommend the stand. So if you want to stand it vertically, they recommend the stand. Technically, you can stand it vertically without it, but this would give it more stability. And then we've also got it for if you want to set it horizontally. There's this little screw in there for the vertical setup. Alright, and then the last thing in this box is the HDMI cable. Like, once again, an ultra high speed HDMI cable, HDMI 2.1, and that's everything that comes in the box. Alright, so I'm not going to be able to do this one-handed, but I can kind of show you how it works. So when it's in the horizontal position, you want to put it like this. Now you have the disk drive on the bottom, and you see these little symbols down here. That's sort of where you want to put it. So you want to put these sort of tabs on these little square symbols. So one on each end over there, and that's where you kind of want to put it on. So you do like that. And then there's like a bit of a friction fit with those clips. So I'm just going to put that on. And that's what it will look like once it's on and sitting along the ground. This isn't a flat surface, so I can't show you that it's not wobbly anymore. But yeah, and then you can see these little tabs sort of like friction fit on there. So then for vertical position, you just put it on the top here, and we need the screw which comes in the bottom here. This one-handed. There we go. So you just sort of spin this top plate, and it will open the little compartment for the little screw that you need. And then on the bottom of the PS5, there's a little rubber thing that you just take out right here. Don't know if you guys see it, that one right there. Is it rubber or plastic? Feels like plastic. Oh, there we go. Get your fingernail underneath it. And then that little cap can just be plopped. That little circle cap can go in there for safekeeping. And then you just close that up. I put it one-handed. And then you attach that. Hey Ruby, what you doing up here? Alright, so I couldn't do that one-handed, had to put the camera down, so we managed to get it on. You need this little opening still open, so you need to turn it so it's still open so that this bottom bit sort of hooks around the back. The bit that would hook on this back bit now hooks on the back area like that, and so instead of it sticking out. And you can only do it when it's like that because the screw hole gets covered up if you have it turned the other way. Just gonna tighten that up because I haven't done that. So you do need a flathead screwdriver, and there we go. And that is how it sits up the top. Sit flat, kinda. There we go. And that's the PlayStation 5. Now there was one thing I was going to show you. I was going to actually pop off the side panels to show you that they pop off. Because I can't do that one-handed, I'll just link some videos of people doing that already, the tear downs and stuff like that. So I believe it's this side. If you pop this side panel off on this side, so the one without the disk drive, it's probably the same side. Yeah, it would be the same side even if you got the digital only version, I'd say. And under there is that's, I believe, where you put your new M2 drive, or is it PCIe NVMe 4.0 drive. That allows you to have extra expansion, but apparently it doesn't work with any drives yet. It's kind of disabled at the moment until Sony releases a list of compatible drives. So the last thing I want to show you guys is a bit of a size comparison. So what I've done is I've lined up all of the consoles that I've previously owned, except for one of them. I don't have my original PS4 because that's at my cousin's house. I let him borrow it at the start of the pandemic so we could play Warzone together. But other than that, this is all the consoles that I've owned through my years of playing games. So the PS5 is massive. It's completely dominating the whole line. It's so much taller, but it's not a lot wider or deeper than any of the others. The Xbox Series X is still quite chunky compared to the rest of them, but it's a lot thinner. It's not as deep. So yeah, here we go. We'll just go down the line. So PS5, Xbox Series X. So I don't have an S or an Xbox One X, but I do have a PS4 Pro, and then you would have sort of my PS4 in there as well. It's not much. It's a bit thinner, like shorter. If you were standing it up like this, then a PS4 Pro, and then you got the original Xbox One. This thing was massive. It's a big boy, just like the PS5, but not quite as big. PS3 Slim. I don't have the tiny Slim, the sort of cheese grill looking one. And then my original PlayStation 3. And then we got my original Xbox PS2 Slim. So I didn't have a PS2 like original size. I don't think that was much bigger or even as big as the PS3, so don't know about that. And then I got my PlayStation 1, which was quite slim and small for the original version. So then if I give you a bit of a look this way, so you can see it's not much wider than deeper than most of these consoles if you're having it like that. It's just the fact that it's so much taller. And then the Xbox Series X is not very deep because it's that square shape, so it's a bit wider, but it's not as deep. But yeah, I'll try and get a good shot like that. You guys can kind of see what I'm talking about. Alright, so this is the last little comparison I decided to do, just laid them all flat so you can get probably the best look at all the different sizes. Little PS1 mini at the top there, proper PS1. So yeah, that's going to be it. There's my feet for a bit of a comparison. If that helps you gauge it, I don't know. Do you know how big my feet are? Probably not. And that's all I've really got to say. So that's all I've really got to show you. So thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did enjoy it, a like is always appreciated on the video. And that's it. I got to go to work and do stuff and then set up my PlayStation so I can start playing games. So that's time for me to say see you guys and girls, and I'll see you in the next video.